I just my little daughter, shout out Ryan, happy belated birthday to my baby. Um, she, I don't know where she got this from, maybe one of these YouTube videos or something like that. But she goes, aha. She puts her finger up. She goes, aha, aha, like when she figures something out or
Mm-hmm.
something happens. And hearing you talk and processing what you're saying and thinking about, what is my premise? Like when I'm on Twitter and the things that I'm saying, it was like, aha, you know why I don't care as much? That you can do whatever you want. You can play them, you can not play them. You play the veterans, you can do all this. You know why I feel that way? Because they can all go.
Hmm.
They can all go.
Hmm.
I love Malik Monk. I like him. So that's why, like, I want him around. But outside of Malik Monk, they can all go. The whole damn franchise needs a cleanse.
Hmm.
So that's what made me think just now, like, oh, people are so passionate about the minute. I'm like, I don't care. Play them. They can go.
Mm-hmm.
They don't have nothing here right now, in my opinion. They need so much. And they need to change so much. To me, a lot of what you do right now with this roster this year just doesn't matter that much to me because I need so many new players on this roster. And I know that's not realistic. I'm just speaking
I hear
casually.
no, it's
I
fine.
know it's not realistic, but you need so many new players. Do whatever you want with this group.
Mm-hmm.
Do whatever you want. Because when I have the chance, Keegan, Malik for personal reasons. I like Neek. I like Maxine. So maybe those two. But when I can, they're all gone. If it's up to me. I don't see anything redeemable with this group. And that's as you kind of broke it down, I realized that is what I'm feeling.
That's and I think the other side of that coin, because I think there are probably a lot of people who agree with you, but the other side of that is in the play the young guys crowd is, which and we'll again, I think this is the thread throughout today's show is like I think I'm on that. I think I'm on team play those
Team Young
guys.
Guys.
Yeah, I didn't like the sound of that. I said it in my head. I didn't like it. So I don't know. I mean, kudos to you for deciding you're going to say that out loud, but definitely not the verbiage I would use. Um, well, let's be sure then, because Kenny might be right. Um, and I don't think anyone would be super sad if that wound up being the case. But let me be sure I don't have something here in Neek as best as I can,
Yeah.
because I also think the idea, and this is where I feel like some nuance in this conversation gets lost a little bit, is Neek playing with a bunch of other guys at or around his skill set doesn't benefit him.
Mm-hmm.
Whoever you want to be a part of this franchise moving forward needs to be better than Neek Clifford. And that's why I'm of the belief, like, let's not do this hockey substitution thing.
Right.
Let's do let's make a change.
Mm-hmm.
A single change to the starting lineup and then work from there. And it doesn't have to be the Zach LaVine change I suggested. I feel like that one is best suited for everybody involved except for Zach LaVine, but I feel like it is best suited. Well, with the Zach LaVine rumors going around, maybe it's not the worst thing for the franchise to do that with him. And we'll get to that too as the day rolls along. But do something to where it's like, you know what? I'm going to prioritize seeing what my first round draft pick looked like. Mm-hmm. Because you talk about there is nothing redeemable. We saw this in a very negative way in I guess it was Oakland when Gruden took over. He wanted Reggie McKenzie's guys out of there. Whether he didn't care if it was Khalil Mack or he tried his damnedest to get Derek Carr out of there while he could. He flirted with every quarterback that was imaginable, but this was going to be his football team because he wasn't going to live through what he lived through in Tampa Bay. And that's everybody saying the exact same thing, and that's John Gruden won a championship with Tony Dungy's football team. And obviously this team is nowhere near a championship, but I wonder if Scott Perry is like, I'm not going to lose with Monty McNair's basketball team. And their first round pick last year is a joke. We've got untradeable players because of them. I know the one guy I'm in charge of right now is Nick Clifford. I'm going to try to run Nick Clifford and see what he has. He's taken an L on the Dennis Schroeder thing so far. And Dennis, and let's not, and let's, I want to be careful with that a little bit too, is Dennis being out the last 3 games is a big deal. Dennis has been really, really good coming off the bench since Doug Christie made that switch.
Yeah.
So I don't want that to get lost. Obviously, Domas is missing, but Dennis has been out, and that's been really big given the way that he's played.
So we were talking about Devlin, for those who heard me say it wrong earlier. My bad to the brother man out there doing his thing. Devlin and Zach and their interaction on Wednesday night. We were talking about that before. And one of the things that I came to the realization of is Zach LaVine needs to leave. Now this Now this is in part, like, everybody's going to agree with this.
Yeah.
Right. But number one, he needs to leave because it's just not working out. Number two, he needs to leave because he is the poster child of everything wrong. And that's not fair. Like, that's not fair. Like, people will talk about Zach LaVine don't play no defense. While Zach, James Ham, who hates Zach LaVine, Doug Christie, all these guys will say Zach has competed his ass off on the defensive end this year. Like, he's worked hard. He's a better defender than we gave him credit. Everybody will say that, but guess what? Nobody cares because for whatever reason, maybe that's the guy that Vivek liked. That's who he got traded for. People will continue to look at him as why everything is wrong. And his demeanor doesn't help either. Like, he's a guy that's really even-keeled, doesn't really get up or down either way, and that could fairly or unfairly be perceived as somebody who doesn't care. I'm not going to put that on him. I've known people close to Zach. I've heard he's, kind of full of himself or whatever. But I've met him once. He seemed like a nice enough guy. Don't really have a problem. I don't know him. That's the whole point. I don't know him to see him and say he don't care about nothing or he's not working hard. But none of that matters. People look at the Kings right now, and it doesn't matter what Zach is doing on a night-to-night basis, on a play-to-play basis. It's all his fault. He stinks. He's the reason why we're in the predicament that we're in outside of Vivek. Nothing good. And Kings fans are fantastic. We just had this, but they hate this man. Nothing good will come of him staying here. He needs to go. I mean, we even got to the point now, and I'm not going to say these are Kings fans, but this is what I will say. When you applaud behavior like Devlin and say, like, I would have done the same thing. He speak for me. It's a gateway. It's a gateway to the things that happens to Zach LaVine's wife on Instagram. When you say, like, no, this is cool, it's a gateway for the lunatic fringe to come in there and do real disrespectful stuff. That's not cool at all. So he'll never get the benefit of doubt in the city. He needs to just go.
Yes, he does. He absolutely does. So this is it's not this. It was never going to work because of it was never going to work because of how he got here. Like if he had if Zach had gotten here in some other form or fashion that didn't involve De'Aaron Fox, maybe it wouldn't have worked, but I don't think he would have. If this is a video game and you have, 4 lives before the game's over, 3 were dead. He basically had one chance and he had to be perfect
Right.
to get through the whole video game. You had to beat the final boss with this one guy.
Oh, no lives left.
No lives left. You had to get all the way through it, or you were gonna die in the eyes of the fan base. And obviously he wasn't perfect. And he did die. And that was last year. That wasn't even this season. This fan base was not happy with this trade. They were not happy with how last season turned out. They're certainly not happy with the way that the offseason went. And all of that is leading to this situation where this team is dreadfully bad. And that is a flawless explanation. Zach LaVine is the poster child of it. And everyone is going to have an opinion on the way that the De'Aaron Fox trade should have been handled. And some of it is rooted in reality. Some of it is rooted completely in fantasy. But they know the outcome we got is not acceptable. And Zach has never. It was clear really quick. I think it was clear really quickly last year. Zach LaVine didn't have a chance here. He was going to be a part if this team had any type of success this season. He was going to be a reason why, and the fan base was never going to care. Turns out that's not going to be a concern this year.
No, don't worry about that.
Yeah, don't worry about that at all.
Don't worry about that. But I just, because I'm not saying anybody else doesn't. I'm not insinuating that. But sometimes when I see things like I did with the insiders, when they're like, "Oh yeah, I just went back to ISO ball in the fourth quarter," I was like, "Well, let me go watch and make sure that's what happened." I don't think that's what happened, in my opinion, from what I saw. Same thing happens when you talk about Zach LaVine not playing defense and doing this and that. Not a perfect player by any means, not a defensive stalwart by any means, but you just kind of go back and watch him out there. I mean, I think he's working hard on the defensive end. I don't feel like he's mailing it in on the defensive end. I don't think he's perfect. I don't think he has great instincts or uses those instincts all the time on the defensive end like you would want him to. But I see a lot of the times when he's out there trying. He's trying to be the best defender that he can be. And that doesn't matter.
But yes. I think the problem with that is the best defender he could be is probably still bad. And it's the line that you and Jesse love to use all of the time about you're getting excited over a single. The line from Little Big League or whichever movie that is. I think that's what Zach LaVine's defensive effort is.
I think
I shouldn't say effort. I'm sorry.
But that's what happened. Not that you just did it, but that's what happens. People look at him, his best being, I think it's been average this year, his best being average, and equate that to him not trying or not caring.
Yes, it's not his effort. I think it's his ability. The way it should be phrased is his defensive ability. And it's his best probably still isn't very good. Or at best, as you just said, maybe it's average. And that's when he's engaged. And I think what led to the moment on Wednesday wasn't engagement. It was like attention. There's plays where it looked like he didn't know what was happening on the floor, didn't know where the ball was. And social media will be quick to go through a game and start pulling together clips of a low light reel, so to speak. And it was those low light reels from that Phoenix Suns game and Zach LaVine, because of what happened with Devlin, was all over the place. And if you wanted to find it, you could find it. In fact, if you didn't want to find it, you were going to see it. It was Complex put it up on their page, right. Not DJ Complex, Complex the magazine.
Right.
it was on ESPN, it was on Bleacher Report, it was on every Instagram account, TikTok account, Twitter account, I'm sure, and he just was never going to win. And
a lot of people have hated Zach LaVine's from the moment he got here. And some of it, not even him. It's like how he got here or why he was here and all this other stuff. But they were just waiting for the moment where he ain't going to be here no more. And in the meantime, they just pick apart everything he does, pick about all the negative stuff that he does on a consistent basis, and go at him for that. And like I said earlier, Zach LaVine doesn't do himself any favors because he's, once again, just real nonchalant, real cavalier attitude towards things. And that comes off.
I don't know what the conversation is in Los Angeles. I don't even know what the national conversation is on Los Angeles. The Clippers, excuse me. I tried to turn on First Take this morning because I don't want to watch Good Morning Football. Like, I don't need to hear about the Patriots. Like, I watched a ton of football on Sunday, and I even had Sports Center on. Like, there was nothing I really needed football wise. So I went to First Take, and they were talking football. But it was just Stephen A. yelling, and I'm like, I had the baby in the room. I'm out. Like, Morgan's going to be screaming at me in a day if I keep watching this. So I turned it off. So I don't know what the conversation is surrounding the Clippers. But when you're this bad, like, no one's above getting criticized. But one thing that they do have in common, and this goes to you're listening to D'Lo and Casey on KIFM West Sacramento, KRXQ HD2 Sacramento, ESPN 1320, always live on the free Odyssey app. This goes to the thing you said about the Black Friday broadcast and Al Michaels talking about the injuries the Chicago Bears have went through, and you're like, bruh, I'm sorry, are you familiar with the San Francisco 49ers? The two things that the Clippers and the Kings have in common are injuries. And it seems in the midst of all of this that's going on with Sacramento, we have not discussed the fact that, they've been playing without a starter the entire season. It's not the same starter anymore, but you have in fact been missing a person from your starting lineup, not a sketchy starter, but a solidified 82-game starter for the entire season. You started without Keegan Murray, and the day Keegan Murray returns, you lose Domantas Sabonis. And the deep dive into that is those are the two positions you could not afford injuries at. And you've had injuries at both of them at completely separate occasions. It's not even like, man, we survived not having Keegan and Domas and we got through it. Now we can see what we have. That might be more manageable. You have had to go through the entire season without one or the other. You have not had, Doug has not had his complete starting lineup for the entire season. He's not in any danger of getting it back anytime soon. He's still weeks away from that happening. And at no point does that get added into this conversation. These three games that they've lost to Memphis, Utah, Phoenix, they were all obviously without Domantas Sabonis. They were also without Dennis Schroeder. Now, I know not everybody cares for Dennis Schroeder, but there is no one who can look at his production. I think he had an 0 for 8 game in there, but I don't think you can look at his production since Doug made the switch from Russell Westbrook or from Dennis Schroeder to Russell Westbrook in the starting lineup and say that Dennis hasn't been really effective coming off the bench. They've been without him. One starter, one very important rotational player, just gone, not even a part of the conversation. And I think it speaks to how much it all goes back to the same thing. It speaks to how much this fan base hates this team. Those are two very, very good excuses. And again, they're excuses, but they're still two very good reasons as to why this team struggled the last 3 games, why this team may have struggled through the bulk of this season. Doesn't matter. No one cares.
No, they don't.
Don't want to hear it.
They can't stand this team
And it's
for
literally
whatever
what the
reason.
Clippers are going through.
Right.
The Clippers, when they played the Kings in the last in but I think it was the last preseason game, one of the last preseason games, it was like, whew, that team is deep.
Yeah.
Like they're going to be able to play a lot of guys,
Mhm.
and that's God, that's dead,
Mm.
so dead.
That's a great point. I forget it myself. And we say this all the time. Did we get it wrong with like the Kings record? Absolutely, obviously. But we also, when people were like, hey, people are gonna get traded off, like Kyle would be like, yeah, I'm assuming it goes bad. People get traded off, all this other stuff. That's why I think the win total will be what it is. And I think we would both say, well, yeah, people start getting traded and or injuries happen. Yes, we look. It'll be a different win total. Like we don't.
Mhm.
I'm assuming health and the roster staying together for 42 wins or something that I said. Well, people haven't been traded yet, but we all knew they weren't deep enough as a roster to withstand losing anybody, let alone their two front court guys.
Mhm. Yeah.
Like
Right.
tell you straight up, I don't think I'd say 5 and 16. But if you say, hey, look, Sabonis for or Keegan for 20 games and Sabonis for another 20 games are gonna be out, what do you think the Kings win total will be? Like, not good.
Yeah.
Like they don't have enough depth to deal with. And if you would have said that about Zach or DeMar, like they don't have enough quality depth to withstand injury. And they've dealt with nothing but injury all season long.
Mhm.
And that's a good point.
But
It's
it
something that
doesn't
I've
factor into the conversation very often.
well, to your other
Like
point though, because people don't like the team.
so like if the you tell me, you could speak about this way better than I could. If the 49ers season died 6 weeks ago, what would the response would the response be vitriol and anger?
No, it'd be they just lost the injuries, got them.
One too many,
Hmm.
right? One it just caught up with there's just too many injuries.
Hmm.
I think that speaks to the team. That the, this Sacramento Kings team is different.
All right.
It's there is nothing that could stall them out when again maybe there's some performances that are inexcusable and that probably plays a factor into this too,
Hmm.
but they have been shorthanded for what do we say 5 and 16. They've been shorthanded 21 games, 21 out of 21 they've been shorthanded. I mean the Clippers are in a very similar
Hmm.
category as well. I don't know if it's 21 out of 21, but they certainly haven't had the complement of players that they thought they were going to have when they played the Sacramento Kings at the end of the preseason.
Right. And once again, this Kings team is not good enough to deal with that
Facts.
stuff.
That's right.
Like they're
Yeah.
just they're not. Like if they're losing Sabonis or Keegan and and then that doesn't even take into account Schroeder, like you mentioned. Zach Levine missed a couple games. Malik Monk missed
Right.
a
Yeah.
couple
Yeah.
games. Like they've had excuse me, Doug has had to mix and match rotations and lineups every single game this year. And they're not good enough to deal with all that.
If Keegan Murray and Domantas Sabonis have played all 21 games, but DeMar DeRozan and Zach Levine had been the two players who've missed 21.
Mm-hmm.
And it could be Zach first and then DeMar first and then Zach. Do you think the season looks different?
I don't. Well, not maybe a game or two different.
So I was going to say, I
Maybe a
think it
game or two.
does, but I think it's a little. I
Yeah.
might go a few more than you, though. I might go like 3.
Okay. I was gonna say
And that might be,
7 wins as
I think
opposed
I'd cap it at 3. I don't know that I'd go much higher than that. Um, yeah,
tough,
7 or
tough,
8. Like,
tough break, and they don't get the benefit of the doubt around here.
nope. No. And that's okay.
Mm-hmm.
Not telling anybody you should give them the benefit of the doubt. I just, what really stood out to me is those are very viable reasons as to why this team has been so frustrating this
Mm-hmm.
year. But this fan base is in full go to hell mode of stuff.
You know what I was thinking about too, because I was listening to that podcast and they were talking about Sam Presti. I do believe Sam Presti is he's phenomenal at his job. But I do believe that Sam Presti has the benefit of being in OKC. And what I mean by that is, at least on the outside looking in, it doesn't feel like they care that much about what happens if things are going bad. Like,
meaning
like the
fan
culture,
base?
the
Okay.
fan base, the Thunder, like Sam Presti could be like, we're gonna be bad for 3 years, accumulate a bunch of picks, take swings on guys, and it's okay. And there would be no D'Lo and Casey calling. There'll be no Devlin calling, yelling at them in the stands. Just like they don't really care that much. I wonder, how much do you think that matters? Like, because everybody says, just do what OKC does. But is there another NBA city that, like, that'll just kind of go with that? Feels like OKC might be the only one.
I don't know. Like, I feel like, I mean, from a national media perspective, I can't say. I'm not there.
Yeah.
I don't know what it's like. I don't know if there's a Devlin or I don't know if I don't know. I get the sentiment because James has said that regarding Ben Simmons in Sacramento in years past, is like, he'll be fine here. Get him out of the market. He'll be out of the spotlight here. Get him here and let him play basketball. And so there's probably some semblance to truth. There probably is some semblance of truth to that. I just don't feel, I don't know.
Even with Sacramento, and once again, we're in it, so it probably feels different than reality, maybe, potentially. It kind of feels like a pressure cooker around here. Like, it's not in Philly, but every move that Dylan Cardwell does is examined and talked about here.
You don't think that's the case in OKC, for example?
I don't think so. Because I remember I've said this before, I remember when they were in the playoffs and they would lead the show with Oklahoma spring practice on the radio. I was actively like, oh, snap, the OKC big game. Let me see what they talking about. Let me go over there. And I go to whatever WWLS, the animal. And they were like, all right.
Is that a shoot?
Yeah, they're I don't know the exact call letters, but it's called the animal.
All right.
And they'd be like, yeah, let me tell you, I was at spring practice on Saturday, and boy, we got a lot to talk about. What?
98.1, the sports animal.
WWSL? I feel like that's
WWLS.
LS.
WWLS.
Count it anyway. And I don't know, like,
the on-air personalities are not referred to as jocks or hosts. They're referred to as animals.
Yeah, don't call me an animal.
The morning show is the Morning Animals.
What?
Radio sucks.
What?
It's the Morning Animals.
It's not that hard.
They got another show called The Drive.
The lunch animals from 12 to 4.
There's a
The drive animals.
I wish
Drive time with the animals from 2 to 6.
There's a show called The Middle of the Day Show. That's a shoot. I'm dead serious. It's called The Middle of the Day Show. And then
tomato.
Nighttime shows, Animals After Dark.
And then there is the ultimate Jim Traber. He hosts the afternoon sports beat. I'm looking. Holy cow.
And executive producer, Jesse the Animal Daffy.
Hold up. Man, you might be onto something. Hang on a second. Let's look at this real quick. I think these are these are the names of his podcast titles. We know how important podcast titles are. OU beats LSU to make the college football playoff. Kiffin to LSU. OSU fans react to new head coach. These are different days, by the way. OSU hires Eric Morris.
Have they not talked basketball yet?
OU wins. Who is the greatest country artist ever?
Bro, get the Thunder out of Oklahoma City. Move them. Move them. Honestly, move them.
The first basketball. The title of yesterday's show was Fire Tomlin.
That's a whole different sport
On November 20th. This is amazing that this is the title and this is what we're looking at. Who is the greatest country artist ever?
Who is the greatest country artist?
Brother.
Blake Shelton, I don't know.
Westbrook's last game in OKC ?
Wow. That's the first time they talk about basketball on the title.
In the title.
Yeah, let's get a move the Thunder out of Oklahoma City thing going now.
I've got a Thunder dominate the Lakers on November 13th. I got more OSU references. I got
crazy.
NFL awards halfway through the season.
The fire Mike Tomlin one.
That was crazy.
Jerry Jones makes big trade.
I don't ever want to hear about the Thunder being relevant or it's popping in OKC or anything like that ever again. They're worse than Utah.
Hold on. Let me see what the morning animals are talking about. College football playoff scenarios. OU practice report. Oh, wait, that's a segment. That's a segment. That's misrepresentation. I'm sorry. That's a segment. They got a Thunder report.
There we go. There we go.
So
Let's
the
talk
morning
about
show,
champs.
the morning show does not title their full day shows. It just says full show November 25th, full show, blah, blah, blah.
So it goes the Sooners, Oklahoma State at number 2.
Mike Tomlin
at number 3. Country music at number 4. And then the Thunder.
And
That's only if Russell Westbrook is tied in somehow.
And for example, the biggest sport in the country by far is the NFL.
Yeah.
Here, we will kick the NFL to the curb for 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
To talk about Dylan Cardwell.
Yeah.
Like I said, it ain't Philly. I ain't trying to make that. They're different. They behave different over there. But I feel like it's a pressure cooker in Sacramento.
Compared to Oklahoma City, it is.
Well, anything is. They might talk about what's the team? The Oklahoma City Dodgers, the AAA team. They might talk about them before they talk about the NBA.
I have to know the connection between Mike Tomlin and Oklahoma City.
That
why
was
we're like,
amazing.
fire him. I need him out.
Now, hold on. Shout out to our website that has the Corners of the Culture podcast. Still. I'm trying to. So so it turns out everybody's website is in fact better than ours.
Well,
let's see. D'Lo and KC. So could you imagine? I clicked on the D'Lo and KC podcast. Do you know what it says?
OJ.
It says, "Oops, we can't seem to find the page that you're looking for,
Bro." Because you know what? I bet you. They got the old podcast link that we switched over from. That doesn't work anymore. I bet.
OKC is on the radio laughing at us right now.
Yeah, I was this idiot's website. This is why we're
okay, here we go. If they did this same exercise with us, they would run into podcast titles called "What Did I Just Walk Into?"
Nice.
Was that a child?
Hey, it's lit over here. Keep reading them. This is good.
Was that a child? It's hilarious.
This is my best work right here.
If the morning animals did this to us, they would run into podcast titles. The Rock has talked about being black once. What else?
Oh man, I don't know if we want to play this game.
Hey, this is just from a week and a half too.
Wow, you're turning on me today, huh?
Oh man.
Title, Matilda.
Oh jeez, Matilda. I remember.
Come on, read it before we go to break.
Matilda is not a Tyler Perry movie. Oh, Jesse, you kill these.
Oh my god.
Oh, this is so funny.
Shout out
Just
to the
to end the
sports
show
animals.
now. Yeah, shout out to the sports animals. Last one. Which one of you is doing that? We'll come back. Jake Gaden joins us next here. Title Pocket. Maybe I'm doing too much. If anyone cusses, hit the red button.
Oh, shout out Taylor.
Christmas sweater day.
You say Christmas sweater day?
Yeah, like you guys got two cream looking like the best
This
man.
is
His
great.
is gray. His is gray. It's the lighting in this room that is confusing everybody.
Yeah, it looks like you
yeah.
guys are on a set of Best Man.
No, that's not bad. I'll take that.
Shout out best man. Not the
You're
biggest
Shamar. I
fan.
don't think Shamar Moore's in it, but you're Shamar Moore.
He's definitely not in it.
No,
He
he's
was
not in it.
He was in
But I
Four
know
Brothers.
Morris Chestnut is in it.
Brothers.
The brothers.
The
Brothers.
brothers. The brothers. Yep, the brothers.
Brothers. He's also I've been telling Damien, the wife has been watching SWAT lately. He does a good job in SWAT. Shamar Moore does a
He
really
does.
good job.
He
Yeah.
does.
He is a.
He also does a really good job. Well, actually, he doesn't do a really good job when the Eagles need a drive to score a touchdown. That's when he's not at his best. Oh, I'm sorry. That's not Shamar Moore. That's Jalen Hurts.
I
They look
think
the same.
Jalen Hurts is better looking than Shamar Moore.
They don't look alike. You think they look the same?
They got the same vibes.
No, I told you what
They got the
happened
same vibes.
when I told you what happened when I said, "Oh yeah, the ladies love Jalen Hurts" to Katie, and she looked him up and just went, "Oh, like okay."
Jalen Hurts, he got 100% approval rating.
Yeah.
I ain't never heard nobody
Yeah.
say bad thing.
The
about
only
the
time
woman-
he had
that's the
a
woman.
like a low approval rating was when he had that nasty like lineup with the dreads,
yeah.
starting like
That was
you'll never
college year.
find.
Yeah, it was starting way too far back.
You
But
didn't
he
even
kept
know he
the
was
hairline,
handsome
though.
until he got that stuff out of the way.
Hey, kept the hairline.
Well, sometimes you just need a couple of bucks. You can get a lot better looking when you get.
Well,
a
he
couple
had him at
dollars.
Alabama. He wasn't.
Well, that's the shoot.
He wasn't. He
That's
wasn't
the
poor.
shoot.
But
That's
not
the shoot.
Soul Train Shamar Moore and Jalen Hurts are kind of locked in. Soul Train.
All right. They're both pretty. That's
Did you,
for sure.
you see it? They do it all the
Jalen
time.
need to do like some skincare like advertisement or something like.
They do it all the time on Twitter. They do it for other athletes too. But this one always gets me is when they'll be like, "Hey, Jalen, the Bears are beating us right now. We need a touchdown." And then they go Jalen Hurts and they show clips of Shamar Moore on Soul Train dancing. It'd be cracking me up every time, man. Every
We're not
time.
on the air right now, right?
Yes, we
We
very
are.
much are.
This whole time you
This
didn't
whole
even
time.
Well, when Damien
Well,
came back,
that's why I said it's.
you didn't even count us back in.
I've never counted you back
You
in.
never
When have I
said,
ever-
like, listen, I wouldn't have left the room. I thought we were just waiting for the commercial break to come back up.
No, Jesse
Well, you
said,
usually come
What
on
a
when we're
horrible
on the air.
intro. What a horrible, hey, welcome into the show. This is D'Lo and Casey,
Well,
1320.
no.
I'm
ESPN.
sorry, is this your first day here?
Well, this might be her first time like this. When she comes on, we're
I
usually
usually you're already
on.
on the air.
Hmm.
I don't come on
Very
during the
funny.
break usually.
Okay, well, so why are you getting so upset with us?
I don't know.
Oh, are you okay?
I don't know. I think I have some moisturizers still kind of. There we go. We're
It's a
good.
great
good.
camera, but I can't see anything.
Yeah, you're terrific.
All
How
right.
was Thanksgiving?
Thanksgiving was good. I think I have decided to leave turkey forever. I'm out.
Mhm.
If I can't get on board after those turkey wings I made, they were fire.
Mm.
And I still was like, I'm good, really.
Okay.
Then I
Okay.
think it's time for prime rib.
Oh, there you go. That's
Yeah,
I feel
nobody
like that's Christmas vibes. I'm with
Besmirches
it.
prime rib.
I'm with that.
No, that's not bad at all. I'm gonna stay traditional and turkey can stay for Thanksgiving. It's okay.
That's fine.
It's okay. I had some good ham too. I went for seconds and thirds on the ham. Didn't do that for the turkey, but I had some turkey. It's okay.
Okay.
A lot of news, and we're just kind of like slow playing all this news.
Well, let's talk Giannis then. You want to start there? You want to start with Chris Paul? Where do you want to start?
No, Giannis, because I think the first thing that I think to myself is, I posted this on Twitter right before I came on. De'Aaron, get ready for cheese curds and first down coats and having to worry about your ring camera going off in the middle of your hit.
Yeah, that was De'Aaron was our first conversation. KC got reluctant. He pitched a different scenario, but we got to.
I get it. I'm with it. I'm not sure if they have to.
What do you mean?
I'm not sure if San Antonio.
How do you make the money work?
They got money on the books already between like Harrison, Vassell, and Keldon Johnson. And if you do that type of deal and just load up the Bucks with picks, I think that's an option.
I'm going to select some teams and we can make I don't think that will work. I don't think that the money can work that way. Honestly.
Well, James said the money does work. It's like James said Steph Castle, Vassell, and Keldon work financially.
My argument was you'd strip your depth that way.
Definitely.
In a race against Oklahoma City, you need Harrison Barnes. Harrison Barnes playing really well without Victor Wembanyama. Him and De'Aaron have played really well. You need those strong. You need Keldon Johnson.
You don't need Keldon and Harrison.
Okay, fine.
That's what I said. In that situation, it's one of them going with Vassell. Okay.
Well, the money doesn't work with just those two.
Throw in a Sohan in there. Sohan.
Oh, it does. It does. My bad. It was just an issue with the Spotrac. Yeah, no, it's good. It works just that way. That's 4. You need 4 probably first-round picks with that then.
Oh, yeah, for sure. And they have them.
And they have them.
It's not even theirs.
Yeah, right. Like, whose do you want? We have plenty to give away.
Vassell is cooking, though. He looks really good right now. You guys know how I feel about Devin Vassell. He was the one that I was hoping would come back in the De'Aaron Fox trade.
I like that.
I like him as a bucket getter. Certainly more than I like, Zach LaVine's punk ass.
Oh,
damn.
Oh,
how did we get there?
Well, because we didn't talk about the fan that he got into it with, where he's screaming racial slur vicinities his way multiple times for not playing any defense.
That's an exaggeration.
It is an exaggeration, but he did do that in like the letter of the law. He did do that.
I thought both of them were.
You mean Zach did?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, but come on, Trista.
I thought.
Don't white woman this thing up. Stop it.
I thought, TK, we talked about it before. I thought both of them were perfectly fine. I thought Devlin was fine for saying what he said, and he wasn't disrespectful with what he said. And Zach, I ain't gonna say it all, but he said, "All right, go home. Go home. Get out of here. If you don't have a problem,
but
go
you
home."
can't, like, if you're not playing defense and the fans like trying to hold you accountable, for you to say go home is, like, to me, very punk. That's a punk move.
Man, if you talk to me in that at my work setting in that way, this isn't a one-way street. Once you open up the door, it is a two-way street. I can talk to you too. I can talk to you too. And if you don't like it, don't talk to me then.
Draymond got into my comments again.
Again?
Oh,
yeah.
What is he saying now?
What was this one for?
I was making a joke and it wasn't like written right about like LaMelo getting out of there, Charlotte, and the clip was old. And so it looked like I was trying to make it seem like it was right now, but it was like PJ was on the team and Book Knight was on the team. But it was really like kind of like POV live look at how things are looking in Charlotte for LaMelo. And Draymond, this video doesn't have nothing to do with Draymond. And Draymond goes, "This is such bad reporting. This video is old." Laughing emoji, laughing emoji, laughing emoji, LOL. And I'm like, what are you doing?
That is bizarre.
It is bizarre.
Draymond Green versus Trista Crick is easily the strangest thing to come out of 2025.
I don't even respond back, really. I'm just like, okay.
That's so strange. That is so strange.
Tell him to
So-
do what Zach LaVine told Devlin to do.
Yeah, exactly. It's a two-way street. No, I think in general, if De'Aaron Fox got traded to Milwaukee, that's what I would want if I was Milwaukee. I would want a player of that caliber. And I think it would be sweet justice for a guy who says he only wants to go to San Antonio and just got his extension. And like literally February comes, there's first time he's trade eligible, and it's like, sorry, ain't no loyalty in this business. See you later.
Wouldn't you ask? Okay, let me ask you this: if you're San Antonio,
Yep.
what if they said, no, sweetie, we don't want De'Aaron Fox. You can keep that. This is a good acquisition, right? We want Dylan Harper.
And so then you say, okay, it'll be Dylan Harper
And then whatever makes the money work.
and whatever makes the money work.
Do you do it?
Yeah, I think you do it.
I
think
think you
you
do
do it.
too. We had a discussion. I said Dylan Harper, outside of Wemby, obviously, is the last resort for San Antonio. If they ask for Dylan Harper, I'm gonna just
I
start.
think Steph
what you
Castle
think
as
about
well.
Steph? Like, what would you think? I would offer them Steph Castle before I'd offer Dylan Harper.
Really? Explain why.
I think Dylan Harper, I think he the truth. Like, he is not saying he's this good, but like Cade Cunningham like player.
Mm-hmm.
I think Steph is really good. Steph Castle is really good. I think he could be an all-star. I'm more convinced Dylan can be an all-star than Stephon Castle.
Well, but you already have an all-star in De'Aaron Fox. So why would you want a guy that may or may not be an all-star versus a guy who is an all-star? Just money? You don't have anybody making any money. So it really doesn't matter. The cap situation is fine with him if he's on the books. You have a marquee guy that will put butts in seats. At least will be exciting.
Well, just because, like I said, I think Harper is a better player than Castle. So I'd
No, but I
want
mean, like, do you think Harper is a better player than De'Aaron Fox? Like, do you think
I
that
think
his
he will
upside
be.
is higher?
Yeah, I think he will be, like, in 5 years.
Yeah.
And then I'll trade
Dylan really
De'Aaron.
could wind up being a one. I don't know how that's going to work.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know how that's going to work with San Antonio, but
Like, that's a long way of saying, I think that's your future. Dylan and Wemby. That's your two.
But is that future strong enough to beat the Oklahoma City Thunder?
I mean, not by themselves, obviously, but like they'll like having Steph
Is it
there,
stronger?
having De'Aaron,
Is
or
it
having
stronger
Giannis
to have? And this I think is the question. TK, is it stronger to have Wemby, Castle, and Giannis, and then whatever the rest of the roster looks like? Or I guess in this situation, De'Aaron's there too.
Yeah.
In a pinch, if you made me, I'd trade Dylan because I got a chance with Giannis to win multiple right now.
Right
But-
now.
But
right
like I said,
now.
I would go through everybody. I would try every other scenario on the roster.
Maturation process for Dylan to get to the place that De'Aaron Fox is you said a half of a decade. I don't think Wemby wants to wait 5 years. I know Giannis doesn't want to wait 5 years. It feels like everybody's kind of got to be pretty much ready from the oven. Like there can't be half-baked rolls playing next to Giannis. The question that I have though, really, is whether Giannis would cede power to anyone. Would cede being the heliocentric offensive engine to anyone, even a guy as powerful and has as much gravity as Wemby and or De'Aaron Fox and or Steph Castle. Like Giannis wants to have the ball in his hand as the primary creator. Jason Kidd created a monster and also an MVP, but like that's what Giannis has gotten into his head is his like best way of functioning in an offense. I don't think he knows how to play any other way.
Let me ask both of you guys a question. Today, on December 3rd, 2025, and even on June 3rd, 2026, should he cede any of that to anybody?
Yes.
He's better than all of them today.
No,
So
He's a better player. He's the best player.
Giannis is still a top 2 or 3 player in the league.
yeah.
So give me the damn ball. It's my team.
Here's the how does that, sweetie? How does that work out? When you have another star next to you, what happens with your team? You don't win. You flame out in the playoffs. You guys look messy. You have more injury risk because you have the ball in your hands so much. And we already know you've got so many lower leg injuries that you've been contending with. You need to think about how, not your ego and who's the best player, but what is the way that this offense can function as a well-oiled machine the best? And
No,
that sometimes, as Kevin Durant has said, sometimes that's pushing the bus, sometimes that's being on the back of the bus, sometimes that's being on the front of the bus, but it's not I go, you go, I go, you go.
right. But what I'm saying is in 3 years, in 2 years, in a year, that might be enough to get us to win. Right now, you're not talking to Wemby, Steph, De'Aaron. You're not ready to take down OKC with running it through you. You're not ready. You're not there yet. If you were, they wouldn't be bringing me here.
Are you sure Wemby's not?
I'm not sure, but I don't think so. I don't think he's ready today. Once again, if
The
they
other
were,
references are fine. Wemby's.
if they were, they wouldn't be bringing me in here.
No,
If you
that's
were
not
ready,
true.
if they were,
That's not true.
if they were ready to beat OKC today,
Well, but that's the
they would
different
give up to go
story.
get
You're
Giannis.
conflating two different points. Is this team complete enough to beat OKC? No. Does that mean that the thing that they're missing is Giannis bringing the ball up and dribbling a bajillion times and running the offense through him? No. What it is you want a guy that like has the ability to be defensive player of the year caliber, that can go out and get you 30 and 15 and 6, but not that you have to have him run the offense 24/7. I'd like Giannis to, I don't know, back cut every once in a while. Like maybe post up every once in a while. Do the things that are like normal for your body type. You're that big and that strong with that little of a bag with players who have a better bag than you, and you demand the ball at all times. I think that's nonsense.
Well, also I'm not saying he should be bringing the ball up, doing everything he did in Milwaukee.
Well, that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, I don't think that's the case. I just think he's the best player on that team if he goes there at that moment.
Yeah, if there's 15 seconds left on the clock, I mean, you got the free throws to contend with as well. That's a big issue for Giannis. But you probably are saying Giannis is the player. Okay, so we'll just say a minute left on the clock. You probably give the ball. You say, yeah, Giannis, you can have the ball in that situation. Well, you're a go-to guy. Like we're going ISO on you. But this isolation, heavy, heliocentric, Giannis-centered offense, I think is whack. And I think it vastly lowers the ceiling of any team that Giannis is on based on his oversized ego.
Damn. So no one should trade for him then?
I think you should have a conversation about, hey, do you recognize why things didn't really work with you and Damian Lillard? Do you realize that Damian Lillard is a better ball handler, primary creator, shooter, almost everything offensively better than you? He is, Damian Lillard. But it was never working because Giannis wanted the ball, and he made it a thing, and it created friction. And Dame, I'm gonna hold water for Dame right now.
You ain't lying. Jesus Christ! Do not hurt yourself during this segment.
took a back seat for Giannis to get what Giannis wanted, because it was Giannis's team. If he goes to San Antonio, it's no longer Giannis's team. It's Wemby's team.
Also, that's also not fair. Weren't they both hurt the last 2 years they played in the playoffs?
Yes.
The answer is yes.
But it wasn't like, okay, but it wasn't like they were playing particularly well. It wasn't like the offense was as potent as we saw. Yes, like points per possession. Yes, they were the quote unquote hottest duo in the league, but they had significant issues in a variety of different ways where the offense looked very clunky. It looked very I go, you go. I'm not sure who should have the ball in the fourth quarter during crunch time. And so like that part needs to get ironed out, I think, before a team trades for Giannis. Like that conversation, you need to see if he has awareness and any appetite to change how he's willing to play for someone else. And that's like what Kevin Durant did so well when he went to Golden State. changed how he played.
Can I play a little devil's advocate let me hold a little water for Giannis, just a little bit.
All right.
Doesn't need more advocates.
Yeah, exactly.
Didn't he do that a little bit when you talk about crunch time, when you talk about stuff like that, when Chris Middleton was in his prime? Chris Middleton was taking big shots in those moments too. And Giannis recognized he didn't have a problem at that point, at least not that I know of.
I think that happened a lot when Giannis drew too, not when like, hey, Chris, go to work.
So, but he would draw two and he would make the right play to get the ball to Chris. Like my point is.
So, okay, so
he's
then, okay, let's play that
capable.
out then. Do you trust Wemby, De'Aaron, and Steph Castle to be elite catch and shoot deep shooters? Is that like where they thrive, or like catch and immediately spring into action, or do they need some time to get rhythm and get busy?
Fox, no. Steph, no. Wemby, no. But he's shown that he can miss a three and tip slam, so we got to factor that in. And what I mean, miss a three and tip slam, his own miss.
Yeah.
Seen it with my own eyes.
Seen it with my own eyes. Yeah, I mean, Giannis better get ready to throw lobs to Wemby. That's what, if you want to play point guard, Giannis, you need to figure out how to do that, which is not that hard because his wingspan is
crazy.
so crazy.
Point.
So I just like real quick, because you mentioned KD going to Golden State and how that like was perfect. Like KD was perfect in that situation. Like KD was absolutely the best player on the Golden State Warriors.
Right. Exactly. That's what I'm trying to say. But it was like, listen, I'm willing to do whatever it takes to get a ring. I'm willing. And he was finals MVP. Right. And so we all knew that it was like KD really has the most complete game. He's the best pure scorer. But truthfully, our offense runs better when we run that motion system where everyone's thriving. Right. And at the end of the Golden State era was when KD was like, you know what? Bump this. I'm done with all this motion nonsense. Just ISO on me and let me get busy. And it was like, ooh, this is starting to get a little friction, right? Because like that style of play for a bucket getter of those guys' caliber isn't that fun, really. It's a lot of work. It's a lot of mileage on the body.
For the Milwaukee Bucks, from their perspective, does any other team make sense than San Antonio? And the other team that makes sense is Oklahoma City, but no one wants to think about how awful that would be for everybody.
Oh.
I will say this. I don't think it makes sense for the other team, but from Milwaukee's perspective, there's nothing better than getting your own picks back when you're tanking. And so to a degree, and I don't want this. I'm just going to go on the record. I mean, you could probably tell I don't want Portland to trade for Giannis for obvious reasons. But I could see them trying to figure out a way to get their 28 and 30 first-round picks back. But you're not getting Denny, which is probably what they would want. Denny and some other, maybe Rob Williams or something. But I just cannot see that happening.
I was going to say, I don't know, you scoop back. You scoop back in the deal.
You'd have to put Scoot in the deal, and I think they would do that. I don't know how, I mean, we saw the Dame and Giannis experience and how it went. Didn't go that well. So I don't know why they would try to run that back. It's like, it's like when the Chicago Bulls and Sacramento Kings basically just swapped seats, right? Like it was like, DeMar and Zach LaVine. Like we saw it was largely the same as it was in Chicago. Not great.
Chicago,
way worse.
Chicago, by the way, not good anymore.
I told people, I said this team's not good. Do not believe in this 5-0 start to the season. It's fugazi. And people were like, oh, Trisha, you're such a hater.
Draymond say that?
Draymond,
the funny thing is, they're the same exact team that they were to start the season.
Yeah.
They're scoring 100. They're just losing these games now where they score 100. I think they had a game a couple of days ago that I looked at where they scored like 100 or 101. It was like, oh, what happened?
Right.
But not like it's the same basketball team. They're playing the exact same way. It's just the league plays like that now. It's like, oh, this is what they're doing. Okay.
Got him.
Okay. Yeah, got them. They're still fun to watch. Put them on League Pass. It is enjoyable as hell. Because, you don't have to worry about a LSU Alabama defensive slugfest when they're playing.
No, you don't. How did you guys feel about the weirdness of this Chris Paul go home?
It's pretty weird.
Yeah.
It's pretty weird. Like, it's not like he just signed with the Clippers this offseason. Like, the majority of his legacy is the Los Angeles Clippers. Like, it's the Clippers and, the Hornets / New Orleans, whatever, Charlotte / New Orleans. Yeah, it was pretty weird. And there's a lot of Chris Paul detractors, so they're eating this up.
Yeah, I saw a report that Harden and him weren't getting along, and I was like, well, yeah. Did they ever patch
Didn't
things
we
up?
already know that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We already know. Like, they couldn't stand each other in Houston. It was one of those, it's either him or me headlines.
Mhm. Yeah.
And that led to the Russell Westbrook trade, did it not? I mean, that was a whole part of that. So, yeah, I would imagine that they're not any different human beings than they were 7 years ago or whatever it was.
Mm-mm. No, it's still a weird ending, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did a little digging. I made some calls to some people closer to the Clippers organization because I was talking to y'all. And they said that it was like, it's one thing for Chris to be annoying and aggravating and holding people accountable when he's raising your floor and like helping you win games, at least a little bit, like he did in Phoenix, like he did in San Antonio, like he did in Houston. Obviously, he raised their floor a lot, like he raised their ceiling. It's another thing when he's like washed Rajon Rondo and he's pissing everybody off and he's, and Ty Lue is like kind of feeling like, well, why are you talking to me like this? You just got chased down by Brandon Pajemski. You're completely cooked. Okay. So I think you have a lot more leeway, no pun intended, because that was what he posted on his story. You get a lot more leeway when you're not the one that's the liability in every way. So, but also I think he's probably telling some truths in terms of holding the front office accountable, being like, these guys stink.
Mm-hmm.
Did I not know that Brook Lopez isn't any good anymore? That John Collins has been bouncing around and been in trade rumors when he was in Atlanta every year because of this version of what we see right now? Like, what is this damn team? Why'd you guys make these moves?
Well,
Welcome back. Welcome back, Kilo and Casey. It's ESPN 1320. I'm Trista Crick here as a guest, like we are normally on Tuesdays. But I had a teeth cleaning, so I had to do it on Wednesday.
Your teeth do look immaculate.
I'm just trying. I'm trying to get on your level,
Fantastic.
I'm an every quarter kind of gal.
There you go.
We need to. I was thinking about this today. It's funny that this happened. We need to get some drops. We need drops. In 2026, we need drops. Like, hey, this is
the Penguin?
I'm tapped in with D-Lo and KC. You're on ESPN 1320.
Oh, yeah.
I would do those.
I'm listening to the sports animals here on ESPN 1320.
I'm an animal, and I'm listening.
Well, we have we have artists pull up here.
That's what I'm saying. Like, we just need to
time.
start collecting them and play them.
Yeah, that's a good call. Trista's sticking around here with us for a couple of more minutes. Since we weren't able to talk to her yesterday, and on Tuesdays we could just kind of blow through commercial breaks and do what we want to. This time we actually had to take a commercial break, but Trista kind enough
How come?
To stick here with us. We had it because James joins us at 3.
Got it.
And we go till the 28 with James, and then
got it.
At some point you gotta pay the bills.
Yep, at some point.
What are you thinking about?
Can't remember what I was going to say.
Oh, good. All right.
Wow, we're really prepared.
What were we talking about?
That's what I was going to say. Was it about Atlanta? And we're talking Giannis.
No, we talked about that off the air.
Okay. So one of the conversations we were having off the air was the Atlanta potentially being a dark horse candidate for Giannis. Do you think anybody takes a risk on a Giannis Antetokounmpo deal in that he has next year? He's under contract next year. Then he has a player option, so you're kind of rolling the dice a little bit here. Do you think anyone would be like, yeah, that's cool, I'll do it?
I mean, Masai doesn't exist anymore in Toronto, so I would have thought maybe he would do that. No, I don't. I think he's got to just choose. And Milwaukee said they're not going to trade him anywhere he doesn't want to go, which I think is hilarious, considering that the last trade of this caliber was Dame Lillard, who didn't get to go where he wanted to go and ended up in Milwaukee, which sort of was the final domino for Giannis deciding to want to go, which we kind of knew was always the case, right? We talked about the fact his wife and family are living in Athens full time. And she was like, yeah, I'm out of here. We're like, let's just get rid of the crib. You just live in like an Airbnb for a while. And we'll see in February when you end up in like New York. The New York trade is fascinating, by the way. Like
How does that work? Because it feels like
makes sense.
Is
you
it just
can go cat for Giannis and like a random guy that I really don't even know him, like who he is. I just put his name
Why
in the
would
trade.
Milwaukee want to do that?
You can give him a bunch of picks.
Do they have picks?
Yeah, they have
got
enough picks. They do.
not as many
Okay.
as they had a year ago, but they got some.
Okay.
They do. They've got they can send their 28 pick as a swap or as a first round pick. They've got a 2030 and they've got a 2032.
I know the money. Well, maybe the money does match up. But tell me what you think about this.
His name is Ariel Huckporty, the guy that I put in this trade generator. So never heard of him.
Tell me what you guys think about this. If I'm New York, I know people talk about cat. I may be more apt to moving. I would say OG. I like OG better than Michael and Hart, and keeping a Cat Giannis combo because Giannis isn't a center, so you'd be trading your center away. And OG is fantastic. I love him, but you would be replacing OG with a Giannis.
But then you lose all your like catch and shoot shooting.
Yeah, that's the problem. That is a problem. But I don't know. I mean,
and then you have to put it all on McHale, which I know you guys know we shouldn't be relying on McHale.
And I'm not saying he's Dale Ellis out there or Craig Elo or Mark Price, but I mean, you got Cat on the perimeter as a shooter.
You do.
Catch and
you
shoot
do.
guy.
I don't know. What do you think, Damian? Like, what team is better? Which Knicks team is better?
The one with Giannis.
Well, no. I mean, with either OG gone or Cat gone.
Yeah, simpler way.
Cat gone. Yeah, I'm not. Ooh,
it's tough. It's a tough one.
Ooh. OG. I think the one with OG gone.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay, break it down.
I think Kenny's right.
Yeah.
You got that. Like, I'm not the. I was going to say I'm not a big Cat fan. I'm actually not a fan of Karl Anthony Towns at all. But he can shoot. Like, and if you have a big who can stretch the floor like that, and that's a unique dynamic to them. And now you have Giannis, handling the paint work. Yeah, I like OG Anunoby a lot, but you could probably do away with that.
You'd have to reroute OG. I don't think Milwaukee.
Yeah, so that's the other thing. That's actually that was the follow-up I was going to ask you. I don't feel like a New York trade makes sense for Milwaukee. Like if Milwaukee was presented, just hypothetically, a deal, and we could throw Atlanta into this too. Atlanta, San Antonio, and New York, unless there is some form of a deal with the Knicks that we've been unable to conjure up, the other two deals seem to make the most sense for like a long-term future, I guess. Like if you did a deal with the Knicks and we'll just because the math is easy, say Karl Anthony Towns comes back, you could be relatively competitive right now. But in the end, what is that getting you? Mm-hmm. Even with the draft picks coming back, like what is remaining, in the 10th spot or competing for the 10th spot or the 9th spot or whatever? What does that ultimately do for you if you're the Milwaukee Bucks?
Let me ask both of you guys this. What if I switched OG?
I don't think so.
What if I switched OG and McHale? You kept OG and you got McHale out of there.
Are you asking what Knicks team I like?
Would that look a little bit more appealing to Milwaukee? Like,
it just feels like imprudent trade management. If you traded all those picks, You're getting no picks. If we're trading you Mikal Bridges, getting one swap or something. We're not giving you any. It took us 4 picks to get Mikal. We're not going to send more picks to you because.
Can I play
devil's advocate?
Again, yeah, you've been doing that a lot.
Essentially, if we're gonna go that far back, essentially, I traded those picks to get Giannis. That's what I did. I traded.
No, but not if there's 3 more. Not if there's 3 more to get Giannis. Mikal plus 3, no chance. That's why I said there's no more picks coming along.
I traded 8. Hey, that doesn't sound crazy.
A little bit.
It is, but it's not. What did we always talk about? What did Rudy go for?
Was it 4,
but he reset
like
the market.
5 because.
So if Rudy,
he didn't reset the market.
Well, he was like an anomaly. He was
Right.
like an anomaly.
Yeah.
But if Rudy went for 5, then yeah, Giannis going for 8.
No, that's not how that works.
I'm trying to rationalize it if I'm the Knicks to do that. That's all I'm doing.
Also,
the best comparison is KD to Brooklyn, I think.
Yep.
And that was 4?
I think it was
KD to Brooklyn was 4, wasn't it?
4, yeah.
I only said Rudy was 5 because they got the rookie.
Mm-hmm.
The kid that they drafted. Like, I don't think it was actually 5 picks. I think it was 4 picks plus the rookie, which essentially was 5.
Marketing, right?
Yeah.
And now I'm only giving you 1 player and 2 more picks.
I've died on the Mikal Bridges hill for so long. I am tired of that guy.
Same.
Kill me a different way. I am unwilling to die that way anymore.
You know who this affects in like a hilarious way that not many people are talking about is how appreciated and loved and expendable Miles Bridges immediately becomes, or just there all by his lonesome, cheese curtain away if Giannis ends up getting moved. It's just sweet, sweet justice.
I think you said Miles Bridges. You mean Miles Turner.
Miles Turner, excuse me. Yeah. We were talking about Mikal Bridges.
Yeah, I got you.
Yeah, Miles Turner.
Yeah, we were talking about him earlier. He's got to feel like the biggest idiot in the world. And that's his fault. Like, how did he not know?
Sir, do you know that you're literally like the last pair of lingerie before she breaks, like that you can give to your girl before she breaks up with you? Like you are the last just desperation play, and now she's broken up, and those lingerie is sitting in Goodwill.
Damn.
I don't want these anymore.
I've got a question.
Okay.
Are you supposed to give lingerie to a woman?
I don't know if you're supposed to or not.
I mean, what's wrong with it?
Because no, there's nothing wrong with it, but it feels like that's something the woman would buy on her own.
What? No.
That's
a nice gesture. When you guys go to New York, go to AP. What's AP stand for? Agent Provocateur. Go to Agent Provocateur.
I'm sorry, you're going to have to say that first word again.
Agent.
Oh, agent. Okay, got it.
AGENT.
Okay, got it.
Provocateur down in Soho.
Oh.
And that'll be one of the little stocking stuffers for Katie. It'll be expensive, but she'll get dressed up in it for you guys. You can pick it out together. It's very sexy. Okay. Yeah, you're seeing
it. Yo, you said it'll be a little expensive?
Yeah.
This bra costs $735.
Not all of them are that much. Not all of them are that much. That probably has gemstones on it.
Trista, how you gonna set me up like that?
Listen, it's like probably $225 for a decent bra and like another $190 for a pair of like
this lingerie set is $330.
Dress you up just to take it off.
Come on. Listen.
I don't know if I need the lingerie. I'd rather get just a nice outfit, like a nice dress. I'd rather do that for $7.
It's not wrong with it. It's right in Damien's wheelhouse. I bet you Katie would appreciate it.
Well, okay. All right.
Get a little, then you go, and then you maybe go down and like get some hot cocoa, and then go see 30 Rock, and you got the agent provocateur bag in your hand. You're doing your thing, you know.
Oh yeah, we're gonna go to the top of the rock.
Mhm.
Leave that. Gonna go to the top of the rock.
It's just right around the corner. Now it's in your head. Now it's in your head. I had one time a guy that I dated who like I barely even knew was like, I want to take you and just like buy a bunch of lingerie. And I was like, I kind of feel disrespected a little bit by this. Like you just don't like.
Yeah, that's what I would.
Don't like
That's
I thought.
no, but Asian provocateurs like I'm not buying that myself. Come on.
I'm not either. Just let the record show. I'm not buying that either. I'm willing to buy nice things.
You will for like a nice one-off. You never know. You know?
A one-off? It was a $750 one-off.
Like an anniversary. Tomorrow will come. You know what I mean? Like it's like a night, you know, it's like a night, nice hotel, bubble bath, lingerie, do your thing, thug thizzle. You know what I'm saying? It's starting to make sense to you, isn't it? It's a moment in time. Instead of a big dinner, save the calories, get the panties and the panty dropper ready.
That's the show. Get the panties. That's the name of the show right there.
GTD.
No, I didn't mean
GTD.
He said, "I'm gonna need you to say that word one more time." He thought.
I thought
he was gonna be Googling Asian.
That's what you were saying. I was like, man, I'm not Googling this.
Dude,
I'm not trying
it's
to
gonna hit the Odyssey firewall.
Oh man.
Oh my God.
All right. Okay. Well, we appreciate you. Thank you as
Love
always.
you. I'll
Love
talk
you
to you later. Go get that AP, baby.
All right. Yeah. All right. Thanks, Trista. Back to the Sacramento Kings. Matt George is going to join us 1 hour from now, host of the Locked On Kings, ABC 10 reporter as well. And the silver lining for the Sacramento Kings fans, we're not talking about Maxime Reynaud. We're talking about Zach LaVine. I know that sounds crazy, but we'll make it make sense. Before we do that, though.
They say this is a big rich town. I just come from the poet's part.
Fair to say, not a lot of drama this week. I don't know about you, but wasn't a lot of drama for me.
Well, I mean, I feel the same way, but
excuse me. Let me go first. Yeah. Let me go first. Let me get this out the way. Last week, I had the Rams at number 1, Patriots at number 2, had the Broncos, Bears, Seahawks at number 5. Not much changed. Here's what I did, though. I still have the Seahawks at 5. I still have the Bears at 4. I still have the Broncos at 3. I do believe the Rams are the best team in football. I put them at 2, though, because the Patriots did what they should. Right. They went out there and they beat the Giants' ass. Right. Now, they're going into their bye week, a lot like the San Francisco 49ers. They have the last possible bye week of the season. So they're going into their bye week along with, I think, the Giants and one other football team. I can't remember who. But I switched those two. The Patriots get the nod here this week as the number 1 team in my power rankings. That'll probably switch back if the Rams take care of business this week. But the Patriots, I don't think we've slept on them because I think we have talked about them pretty consistently throughout the year. So I'm just kind of giving them a hat tip for what they did in the way that they beat the Giants. So I got the Patriots at 1, the Rams at 2. Those two are razor thin. The Broncos at number 3, the Bears and the Seahawks. But I see my partner, he made some changes.
Well, the Rams lost, so that was one of the changes. We'll start at the top. And at number 1, I have the Broncos.
Let's mention last week you had the Rams at number 1, the Broncos at number 2, the Patriots at number 3, the Colts at number 4, and the Seattle Seahawks at number 5.
Yeah, man. So a couple people move up
because
of a couple losses. Rams, Colts lost, a couple people move up. So the Broncos go from 2 to 1.
Okay.
The Patriots go from 3 to 2.
Man.
The Rams fall, but not too far, man. Look, I feel the same way that you do. I think they're the best team. They're the team to beat in the NFL right now. They're at 3 right now.
But this is the BCS, so they got to get a couple of wins back under the belt. I got you. Okay.
The Rams are at 3. The Seahawks are at 4. They were at 5 last week, and the Colts lose, so the Colts got to get out of there. Seahawks were at 4.
Yeah. It's the Texans, right? Is the Texans?
No, I think the Texans are a real good team.
Oh no,
man.
oh
I think they're a real
Jacksonville.
good
Is it
team.
the Jaguars?
Hell no, they're not that good.
Oh, it's not the Jaguars. Oh, that's a
No.
4-loss team. It can't be Detroit. Oh, it's the Packers.
Absolutely not.
Oh, not the Packers.
At number 5, for the first time this season, it is the 5-time Super Bowl champion San Francisco 49ers. We're starting to turn it up at the right time. Just like we talked about in August. Me, Kyle, everybody else, we said, look. And I'm talking about
Kyle Madsen?
No, I'm talking about Kyle Shanahan. Because Kyle Shanahan, he said the same thing.
Yep.
He said, look, the plan is we got a lot of young guys. We didn't know we'd have these injuries, but we'd have a lot of young guys. We got to learn. We got to work. And as the season goes along, we'll get better. And hopefully by the end of the season, we're in a playoff situation and we have grown at that point. And that's exactly what has happened. They're a top 5 team in football right now, according to the KCS.
Well, I think I know what that S stands for.
Niners for the first time all year.
Yeah.
Remember, the Niners were 4-1 at one point or something like that. They had great. I still didn't put them in the top 5, but I looked at what's going on, what they've been able to do. Yes, they are in the top 5. They are number 5, and much like their playoff seeding, they may move up without playing a game this week.
Let's look at what they've been able to do.
Mm-hmm.
They beat the Falcons.
Okay,
the Giants. We're just going to look at their last 5 wins.
let's do it.
They beat the Falcons, the Giants. They beat the Cardinals of Arizona, not St. Louis.
Mm-hmm.
They beat Carolina. Now, that looks a little bit different given what Carolina did last week, but they beat the Panthers.
Handled them.
And they beat the sorry, there's a smudge on my they beat the Cleveland Browns.
Yeah.
Okay. The Chicago Bears are 9-3.
The 1 seed.
The top team in the conference.
Number 1.
They beat the Philadelphia Eagles.
That was a good win.
Okay. They beat the Steelers, who I think might be above 500 or
That's
at
not
500.
a good team.
Yeah, I know.
Go to another win.
Well, Minnesota. It doesn't get any
keep
sexy.
going.
Yeah. I'm actually kind of done.
Once again, this 49ers team.
The Packers are 8-3-1.
That's fine. That's fine.
Are the 49ers going into Chicago and beating the Bears in the playoffs?
Yeah, they would. I'd pick them to beat the Bears in the playoffs. Yes.
The hell with the playoffs. Are they doing it in the regular season?
Yeah, we'll see in about 3
Well,
weeks.
I guess that's not in. That's
It's
here.
in San Francisco.
Here, yeah,
Santa
because we're the
Clara.
Bay Area guys. I don't know if you've heard.
All right, Lil Kim.
We're here. We're here in the Bay Area. No, not San Francisco. Santa Clara.
And look, the Bears, they win on Sunday. They'll probably move in there into that top 5. Even if they don't, they'll have opportunities, namely in a couple of weeks, to beat the 49ers and move into the top 5. They'll have an opportunity to go do it on the field.
Mm-hmm.
But as of right now, the Niners are beating the Bears if they played each other in Santa Clara, in Chicago, on Mars.
I have a lot of questions about the Mars game, but we can save that for later. I don't hate it. I don't hate the San Francisco 49ers being in your top 5. I'm not there. If I were to pull a new team into the conversation, Jesse, I have to look back at the Green Bay Packers. If they get the job done this week, they're in. However, it could be short-lived because they're following 2 games. Because for those who don't know, it's the Packers and Bears this week.
Yep.
And I don't know how you could follow football and not know that. It's literally getting plastered in the sky at this point. Because this game has meaning for the first time since God knows when.
Jay Cutler was on the bike.
Oh, my God. Is that a shoot? Was that against the Packers?
Yeah, in the NFC Championship game. Packers won.
That was the
20
year Rodgers.
Yeah, 20. That was his championship year. Actually.
Yeah, I was gonna say that was the year Rodgers won.
Yeah.
Also, and then
Aaron
it's
Rodgers,
Broncos Bears.
Yeah, Aaron Rodgers sent the Bears home with was it Conti? Was that the safety that he got on the last game of the season and threw a game-winning touchdown to? John Bull will tell me in a second. I think it was Conti. White guy, safety, tatted up. Aaron got him, knocked the Bears out of the playoffs. That was the last time they probably played a meaningful game. Also,
I see what's happening here.
What?
Nothing. Go ahead. I see what's happening.
With who?
Nothing. Just go ahead. Go ahead.
Also, their second game, not this game, their second game has been flexed to Sunday Night Football.
Oh, the second Packers-Bears game.
Mhm.
Got you.
And I think that's in about 2 weeks or so.
Yeah, it's Bears, Broncos, Bears
Yep.
for the Packers.
So I think that's it's going to be back-to-back Sunday Night Football games for the Bears because they play the Niners the next night or the next week. Excuse me.
Yeah.
So yeah, the Bears are a good team. They've had a good season. They've had
Jacksonville can't get your attention, huh?
No, I'm out on Jacksonville.
I understand.
I'm out on Jacksonville.
Their wins are against Carolina the first week of the season, Houston before their run, San Francisco, Kansas City. Those both one-score games. Not that matters. They beat the Raiders by 1 point, which that feels like a indictment. They beat the crap out of your beloved Chargers and your cheating coach. They beat the Cardinals by 3, and they beat the Titans. Up next for them, this is a really interesting game. This is a huge game. The Colts. They actually have the Colts twice. Colts, Jets, Broncos. Yikes. And then Colts again before they close out the season with a bye week versus the Titans.
The 49ers, since getting their starting quarterback back, let's not front on that. Let's not act like that didn't happen. Let's not act like this wasn't going on without QB1, El Capitan, not being out there.
I forgot how obnoxious you were when the 49ers won football games. It's all coming back to me now, though.
Hey, man.
No,
December's here.
No, it's
December's here. January right around the corner. February around the corner, too. But
can we get to Christmas before we start talking about February? You're out here buying Valentine's Day gifts, and I'm just trying to get through Christmas Eve.
Since getting QB1 back, wide receiver 1 or 2, depending on what you're talking about, tight end 1 back.
Okay.
87-39 is the score, the combined score, since those guys have come back.
Okay.
26 of that was on a top 5 defense in the game, on the road, in the wind.
Okay.
They're starting to cook at the right time. They're starting to peak at the right time. They're starting to get healthy at the right time. Once again, still got humble hearts. Matter of fact, John Bull, go ahead, put the Bears in there. Go, John Bull, in the John Bull BCS, the JBCS, whatever you want to call it. Go ahead, put the Bulls there, or the Bears there. Put them in there. Knock the Niners out. We don't want any accolades. We don't want anybody showing any kind of love. No, we're just this gritty team that just plays play to play. That's it. That's all we can do. Put the Bears in there. Matter of fact, that's what I'm going to do right now. Let me make the change as we speak, because you know what? The Bears deserve to be in there more than the Niners. Let me go ahead, because no, we don't want any accolades. The Bears are 5. Niners are out. Thank you.
You see what's going on here?
No. Don't do that. I'm changing that back.
No, you leave that alone.
No, I'm
Bears are
that
5.
No.
Niners don't want. They don't deserve any accolades.
15 minutes into the segment, you're not changing it to where I go to copy last week's power rankings over, and all of a sudden the Bears are there for no reason.
No, put the Bears there. Bears got John Bull convinced me. They got it. We just trying to look, man. We just trying to go from play to play. That's all we're trying to do, man. That's it. Bears are. I mean, how can anybody beat them? They went into Philadelphia and won on Black Friday. How can anybody beat them? Put the Bears in there.
Here with our man Eddie Gonzalez, live from New York City.
Where it's what you said, 31 degrees.
31. Let's see what it feels like. Hold on. It feels like it's a real temperature.
That wind is
26.
That wind
is
is
like 29.
Must be a calm day. That's what I did learn about New York. I got into the vortex of Manhattan one time when it was like 33, but that wind got to blowing. Oh my gosh,
That's what
my
it is.
face hurt.
That's what it is. I didn't know that wind could go through your pants, like through your
Oh,
jeans until I got out here. I'm like, wait, why do I feel that?
Yeah.
Have you gone for a run yet where you've sweat and it freezes to your eyebrows?
No, I haven't done that.
Okay.
That's a little scary.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
I went on runs that it's so cold. I'm like, I'm not really sweating. Like I'm just kind of like there. You know what I mean?
Right.
I'm staying cool.
Okay.
I told him I'm cold out here right now. It's cold out here.
You look cold. Hoodie under the jersey. Like you got a lot going on.
It's chilly. Yeah,
Let me ask you. I made a TikTok about this. So you have an undershirt under your hoodie, right? Like you don't just raw dog the hoodie. That's not a thing.
No. Who does that?
Well, women do it first of all.
Well, that's different.
But there's dudes out there raw dogging the hoodies. I found out. I was like, whoa,
they can't be doing it. There's always at least a tank top.
Yeah,
almost always tank top t-shirt right now because, like I said, I just run cold. I'm throwing the long john under here, man.
A long john under the hoodie's a lot, but all right,
it's cold.
No, my brother is temperature sensitive.
Clearly, what's your thermostat at the crib?
75.
Wow,
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. And look, well, here's the thing. We don't go past that. They got to fight me to turn that thermostat up. It's cold in the house, but you just put on more layers. We don't need to be at like 81. What are you doing? Put on the sweatsuit.
Wait. So the summer though, you're like 65. Like you're like AC all day.
No, I just deal with it. It's cool. It's cool.
That's crazy.
It's cool. No, hell no. PG&E crazy right now. Smart crazy right now. No, we'll deal with whatever it is. We'll figure it out.
Yeah.
So we do
that thermostat.
I will sit in my house cold. I will not sit in my house hot.
No, this is not happening. So look, we are. This is New Jersey. This is New York. This is the Northeast. We have like the cooler, like swamp coolers in every room. Like, so we moved here in this current spot in August, hottest time of the year. Immediately bought two. It was like, oh, this will be fine. We'll get like a draft in here. We have one in every room now. Like this is like, no, we're not playing. Like we have a spare room in the back, and we got one in there just in case somebody come by, in case we want to go in there or whatever.
Yeah,
it's AC in every room. We don't play that no more. You crazy? We'll deal with it.
Well, no, the AC comes on. I'm just saying, like, if need be, that's good. I got a fan. It's cool
with you.
You know what helps with that though is the way my house is set up. The sun never shines into the windows.
My last apartment was
never beat down by the sun. It's just warm. That's all.
My last apartment was all windows.
The sun from shining into his rich house.
Not rich.
You built it that way when you built it from scratch.
Yeah.
No windows, east and west. It's north and south windows.
No sun.
I've been on the other side though. My mom's house, the sun went directly into the living room window as it was going down. So like from 5 o'clock to 8 o'clock, it would fry the living room. And I was like, hell no. If I can help it, I'm moving into a house where that don't happen with the sun.
Yo, ours isn't that bad, but we don't have any window coverings on the windows that go to the backyard. So there's a few moments where it's like, all right, man, I need you to.
Yo, growing up was learning how much drapes cost. Like,
bruh, right?
Like, I think I need that.
And God forbid you get those window covering shade things. Please.
Boy, it will be sheets on these windows. Don't worry. Put a comforter on that one.
At the joints that he got, like the hotel joints. It'd be too dark.
Oh, you got the blackout joints?
It'd be noon, and it is just dark as I don't know what.
It's always funny in Vegas. You wake up, it really could be any time. Like it could be like, let me find my phone. It might be 4.
Right.
Wait, before we talk about important stuff, where was Drake on your year in Spotify Apple list?
He was number 1 on mine.
Okay, I know. D-Lo, what was yours?
Mine.
First or second?
He wasn't on mine.
What was first?
You Dot.
Damn.
CNX did come out this year. Well,
No, it didn't.
about a
Came
year
out in
ago.
2024.
Yeah, my December, right?
Luther was Luther's the biggest. Luther.
Oh, here we go.
8 Grammys. Like, sit down. Like, don't do this.
Look,
Don't do this, Eddie. Don't do
Here we
this.
go.
That man's walking away with 7 Grammys in February. Stop it.
Cause I'm not gonna get into all that, but we know why that's about to happen. Like,
I know.
the powers that be gonna make sure I get that.
They out here giving high fives. They out here giving high
come
fives.
on.
Come on, man. I ain't never seen that. Eddie.
I like how Jay-Z told us. I like how Jay-Z told us the Grammys is a sham, but give my wife one because, like, come on, and then they win one. Like, I love the Grammys. Grammys are hilarious. Kendrick could win 9 rap Grammys. They're gonna put him on TV anyway. They don't put rap on TV for the Grammys. They don't care about us. So what's that matter?
That's true. They don't put the hip hop artists on, but he's not winning the hip hop categories. He's winning the Song of the Year category.
Sabrina Carpenter got that on lock.
She might. Yeah, she might. She might. Actually, I saw Billie Eilish. Birds of a Feather. I was like, yeah.
Oh yeah, that's like I know y'all seen my list. My list is all over the place, but I'm telling y'all that's Sabrina Carpenter.
Taylor Swift at number 1. Taylor Swift at number 2. Taylor Swift at number 3.
The Boy and Taylor. I wasn't playing. Come on. Taylor, I had C+, shout out Plus was in there. Sack. I had Sabrina Carpenter was in there. That album still that
I can't remember. Yeah, that album is crazy. I can't remember. Were you Spotify or Apple?
I do both. I listen to mostly on Apple, but I listen a lot on YouTube too. So on YouTube, number 1 was Frank Ocean, but on Apple it was Drake. It was Taylor.
I never got into Frank Ocean.
I knew you didn't. That made me think you don't like Tyler either, do you?
Nah, Tyler just pretentious to me. Like he's just like I feel like I don't like him.
But Don't Tap Glass was the album of the year for me, the rap album of the year.
Really?
Yeah, that was.
I was a down year for rap. I'm kind of like I'm gonna.
Oh, it definitely was.
I'm gonna sound like a real old head right now because I am. I'm kind of like I'm not saying I'm grown out of rap, but I'm kind of bored of rap. So like it on top of that, it was a bad. And like my bias just wouldn't let me get into the Clips album. So like apparently that was the best going, but I'm gonna take your word.
You kind of missed out with that one.
That
album was fire.
I played it like once. I was like, oh, it's a Clips album, and then
that album was fire.
You know who the game kind of missing? I don't
Drake.
think this never been. He was still visible though. You know what I feel the game is missing is Cole.
Yeah, that's
that's
part of the same tree too. That's the problem.
Yeah,
so.
I'm ready for Cole to come back.
I said
the fall off was coming out last year.
Yeah, you did. Yeah, you did. On record too. Just all on the radio talking about no, it's gonna happen.
I like Cole because I feel like when he drops, it's like he has something to say, like as a purpose. Like, whereas other people, like Lil Baby, just dropped like 20 songs, and it was just to drop 20 songs. So it's like I like artists that's what I'll get to Tyler. Somebody you mentioned when Tyler drops, it's like he was inspired and he has stuff to get off his chest. So I like Cole for that sense. So he can wait. He can take his time. I hope it's good. Like it needs to be good.
Give me a real cheesy album too. That last one,
he wasn't messing with it.
No,
JT told me the show with the orchestra and stuff, like one of the best concerts in between his life.
I'm so mad. They're gonna be in Vegas in December. Or it might be like this weekend. I'm not gonna get to it. I hope he does it again. Yeah, I know. I think it's early December.
It is early December. It's December 5th.
His show, right?
No, I'm saying it's December 5th now. So if it's this weekend,
it might be this weekend, and I'm not gonna get to it. But I heard it's fantastic.
That and the Illmatic joint look incredible, absolutely incredible.
So Kendrick number 1. That's too bad.
Boring. You sound ridiculous, Eddie. You sound ridiculous, man. Stop. You sound ridiculous.
Don't do that. I'm not the biggest fan of Luther, the song, or 30 for 30, but I mean they were everywhere this year.
They be playing it in the gyms.
Luther is crazy. Luther is fire.
Luther's a good song.
They be playing in gyms. Sometimes I gotta sit there like
30 for 30 kind of whack, but Luther is a good song. I didn't like it as much as everybody else did.
No, Luther.
I didn't like Squabble Up as much as everybody else did. I like Shocker, but I never
TV Off is the one.
TV Off is fire. Squabble Up did it. I think what ruined Squabble Up, it was like everyone wanted to hear after the video dropped the rest of it, and then once you did,
that happened.
all right,
like,
it's cool.
Also,
like it's cool. It was a great use of a sample. Like it's cool.
I'm also of the mind too, like, you know, I grew up with hyphy, so like whenever they verge into that territory, I'm like annoyed already. Like, you're from LA, like stop. Like Dre and Mac Mall rapped on that. Like leave us alone.
Squabble Up in the hyphy record.
Like I said, Dre and Mac Mall rapped on that, so that's what I hear in the back of my head. It's like
you said, I really like the sample though.
I don't like him rapping on
the song is good.
Heavy Death sample is fire.
It's a good song. It's just
TV Off is
like
better.
TV,
like it's too similar to TV Off, and TV Off is way better.
My number one.
You're just a hater. Like what are we even having this conversation for? You hate
number one. My number one album of the year was
anywhere.
My number one album of the year was Some Sexy Songs for You. And
that's because you don't like
Tyler.
Tyler.
That was a good album.
That's why it was number one.
That was a fire album, though.
It was a fine album.
It could have been
pronounced the letter. It was a fine album.
It could have been 5 songs less, but it was a really good album.
Not fire.
Oh no, he did his no.
That album was
he
not
did. He did his thing. They did their thing with that one.
Album was fine.
How many songs would that made it on your list?
None. Not one of them. But that didn't stop me from hearing Nokia every hour and 15 minutes for about 6 months straight.
I'm about to go on your IG.
I knew you were gonna bring this crap up today. Two, I knew I had a problem when I was listening to the wake up call on the pop station and Nokia came on. I was like, oh crap.
I just rapped and it went pop. Like
it hit that category. All right, great.
I'm surprised Raining in Houston didn't become a
single. That was the song I thought was the best on the album.
Yeah, I love Raining in Houston.
Yo, like in my own little silo, my list like really set it off for people. Like really was upsetting people.
See, your list like that. Like I could get with that. Eddie just loves music. Yeah. Like I can.
I'm gonna run. These are my albums, and then we can move on. I don't take up our whole half hour here. Sexy Songs for You was 1. 1989 by Taylor Swift was 2. I actually got that tatted on my hand. I love that album so much.
That album's incredible.
Number 3 is Key Glockavelli, which was like an incredible album. I love like Key Glock went crazy.
I like it.
Number 4 was Blind by Frank Ocean. Number 5 was Music by Playboy Cardi. I don't even remember listening to that much, but I know I did because I was in the gym heavy just playing.
I could not get through that album fast enough. I was like, God.
I think it was the song Crank. Like I was listening at least twice a day, like for a month. So
it came out.
Young Boy's on there, Ian Triplin's on there. Kanye Graduation made my top 10. So let y'all know what type of mood I was in for the summer. But
it came out too late, so it's not going to be in anybody's list. But Summer is one of my favorite albums.
I feel bad. I haven't touched 1 second of it, but I've been thoroughly entertained by her life and her Instagram. So I love Summer. She can do no wrong.
That's my girl.
She does social media as good as she does music.
Yo, she's incredible. She made Body, so she can do no wrong to me. Like she's good forever. I don't care. Same for Brandy. Like Brandy beefing with Beyonce was like, we needed R&B divas back. This is perfect.
Where's Giannis gonna play?
I said yesterday on Twitter, I think the Golden State Warriors, and I'll say for a couple reasons, a couple real reasons. 1, they have Jimmy Butler's contract, which is half the battle. You have $60 million of contract to trade. 2, they have some draft picks. 3, they have Jonathan Kuminga, who they don't want and who can get more draft picks. So at some point, this turns into 2 things. It's the same thing that happened to KD, and Giannis is going through it now. 1, where do you want to go? That's 80% of the battle. We're going to do right by you. You're Giannis Antetokounmpo. 2, who can actually make a trade work? And that's where the Warriors come into play there. Like, I think he wouldn't mind playing in the Bay. I think he wouldn't mind playing with Steph Curry. And they have the stuff to make it happen. I think the list of contenders is almost the same as it was for Kevin, including the Rockets. I think, both LA teams will dabble. I think the Minnesota Timberwolves will give it a shot. Like, you're looking at that combination of things, or at least half of the battle. A team who has the contracts, which is where the Knicks comes in, which is where the Wolves come in. And a team that has some picks, which is where, you'll see the Nets get thrown in there. You'll see the Thunder get thrown in there. But the Rockets still have some picks. The Lakers still have some of their picks, and the Warriors still have some picks. So I think it's going to be that group of teams. But again, I think the easiest trade, and so I'm just going to go with that as my prediction, is the Warriors. And But it's going to come down to Giannis saying, "This is where I want to go." But it's clear as day he wants out. It's clear as day it needs to be done. When you stay together for the family, this is what happens. This is Kevin Durant in Brooklyn all over again. Should have did it when you had the chance, and it's like now you're worse than you were before. Now he's hurt. On top of that, just get it over with. The problem is these deals now in this current CBA are so hard to make in season. I don't know if we're gonna have to wait till the summer for this or not, but I think we might have to.
The place I think he wants to go. Not like, oh, I'm cool going there. I think he wants to go to the Knicks.
Mm-hmm.
And is he willing to wait for the summer, or are they going to be able to maneuver some stuff to get it done during the season to get him there? But if they have that conversation, where do you want to go? I think it's the Knicks. I think it's always been the Knicks. And I'll say I think he gets there at some point.
Yeah, I mean, you look at the Knicks. They're fine in the conference this year. They've lost some games. They kind of can't win a game on the road as it goes. But it just turns into, is this your long-term team? Are you convinced that Cat, OG, and Mikal Bridges are what you need for the future, or turning that in some combination because one of them will have to go somewhere to get picks, and then two of them will probably have to go to the Bucks, and then you probably have to one of your young guys. Do you want to do all that for Giannis? If you're asking me, Giannis is just 30. He's still 30. I had to Google it to remember. I thought he was 32, 33. He's 30 years old. He's still in the middle of his prime. You got him on contract till 2028. Yes, it's a big deal, but that's what you pay for a player as good as Giannis. I think you got to do it. What I think is about to happen right now, both in media and kind of like in the NBA world, it's going to be like an over-evaluation of what Giannis is and isn't. Now, when he won, he had a great team behind him. But he had a lot of specific things with him. He had Drew Holiday, which is one of the best perimeter defenders in the league, also a point guard who's making threes. He had Brook Lopez, which is at the time the premier stretch five in the league. He led the league in blocks, and he was knocking down threes. You need these very specific things. You need defenders all around him. He got like a lesser version of that team now, but it's just not competing like it once was. Giannis kind of is a guard in a sense because how much he handles the ball, and he kind of gets a running start from the perimeter. But he can't shoot. He's not. He probably should be a center, but he doesn't want to play on the block. Like he also doesn't want to play the center on defense. He's a very unique player. You need a very unique team around him. Again, that's where I think the Stephen Curry of it all works because like you make that work with him. But I think we're gonna have like a mass evaluation of what he is and isn't, and if he's worth it. I think he is still at this age. You just don't balk at a chance to get a Hall of Famer, or at least to have something in the tank. Somebody was asking a question yesterday, like you look at Austin Reeves, what he's doing, he's 29 and 8-8 or whatever it is right now. He's going crazy. Is Austin Reeves at 41 million, which would be his max this summer if he signs it, more valuable than Giannis at 59 million? I'm like, you think about it a little bit, like if you're the Lakers, but I still think you have to do that. If the Bucks are willing to take some combination of Austin Reeves stuff in your picks, you take that and you try to win a championship with Luka and Giannis right now, rather than hope Austin Reeves lives up to his max contract, continues to be what he is right now. He's already 27 years old, and that's why I think there'll be a player too. Like it's almost perfect for the Lakers if he emerges as an all-star this year, because then it's like now we're a real player in this deal.
Real quick, Jason Anderson is reporting that Dennis Schroeder will be out for tomorrow's game against the Miami Heat. That'll be the fourth straight game. Actually, this might be the fifth straight game that Dennis has missed with a right hip flexor.
Those diamonds were dancing the other day on the bench, though. Shout out to
Dennis. Look like you.
Relax. Could I ask one more thing about the Giannis? And me and Damian talked about this earlier today, and I don't think we're on the same page. I tried to convince him. I don't think he's there. But one of the scenarios was the Rockets, and they said Sengun in that deal, and Sengun is fantastic. He's younger, all this other stuff. I think I'd kind of do that without thinking twice, though. Like if you can get Giannis, KD, Amin, and like still keep Reed Shepherd and some picks and all that. Like
the only other contract with Van Fleet,
right?
The only other one.
Sengun is great, but yeah, I'm going to get Giannis.
Yeah, and I think that's why there'll be a player in this if they want to be. I think you could even flip it the other way and say, Amen do a big deal soon. Maybe he's who you part with, and then you do the other 3-headed monster or whatever. But they have flexibility. I mean, there was a reason they were the top of the Durant list, and everybody was putting 2 and 2 together. They have picks. They have a Phoenix pick. They like, and they have these guys. They got Alperin under essentially was under market value with the deal they gave him. It's a shorter deal as well. They have Fred VanVleet's contract, which will be an expiring next year. They'll be right there. I think it's up to the Rockets how hard they want to push with what they want to make happen here. It's tough parting ways with young players like that. But again, you only get one Giannis. Like it's only opportunity. I will say, like, the rumor for the longest before they got Kevin, a couple years back, was they were targeting 2 guys. They were building up their stockpile of picks and contracts and everything else, and they were targeting 2 guys. One was Joel Embiid, who is like one of the less tradable players in the league right now because of health and everything else. And the other one was Giannis. So they've kind of always been on the fringes, wondering, hoping he would want to get out. And it's going to keep coming up until something happens here. But my understanding, there's no list right now. There's no this team or out or I'm out of here or whatever. It just seems like they're just opening up the conversation. And now he's got 2 to 4 weeks to really sit there and think about it. I don't think he's traded at the deadline, but I think that's just because it's complicated. I think he is traded in the offseason, and this is his last year in Milwaukee.
Why do you think this is easier to navigate in the offseason versus right now?
Because first off, draft lines up where it is. So you have a team like the Rockets who, if they have Phoenix's pick, could have the 9th pick in the draft, things of that nature. But second off, you're able to shed contracts a little easier. There's a little more cap mechanics you can do as well, where it's like we can do our deals in this order so it actually fits, rather than right now it has to be dollar for dollar, and you have to play games. We have to trade 7 players for Giannis. It's kind of harder to do when we got a game on Tuesday than it is in July when we don't have camp for another 2 months. So there's the mechanics of it, but I do think teams will be aggressive. It just turns into, is this what the Bucks feel like they need for this, and how hard Giannis is going to push?
Do you think Giannis potentially being traded holds up the league, like right now, like from other deals and stuff like that?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, because you look at the guys who are kind of like on the fringes of being traded or talked about, and they're all lesser players. Like everybody's going to be a lesser player than Giannis, but it's Giannis. It's Ja, it's Trey, it's LaMelo, it's guys like this. It's even the Clippers guys. If you feel like they're going to break up or do something, everything has to go towards that. That's $60 million floating around the air that has to be knocked out. And also, there's probably be 3rd team, 4th team. Like there's going to be machinations to be a part of this as well. And the Jazz love to come and get an extra pick out of something, and the Thunder love to do something like that. And I think a lot of people are going to mention the Spurs and if they want to get involved, and it's just going to hold up a lot of stuff. It's been slow this year, yes, in general, but I do think we're going to pick up in January. We're starting to see who's emerging as what in the league. You look at a team like the Hawks, they feel like they got something. Maybe they should take a swing. Maybe they should try to get something for Trey. But you look at some of these other teams like the Clippers, it's looking dead. Maybe they might be selling. Maybe they might just hold on and figure it out in the summer. But I think those teams on the fringes are getting a little aggressive now.
Eddie, we appreciate you as always, man. You probably got to go run 6 miles or something. So we'll let you.
Hey man, get some Drake in that playlist, man.
Put Euphoria on while you run, man. It's a great training record. Go put
you do that. I'll block that. Did you know you could block songs? You could take songs completely out of your library.
Man, block artists.
See,
ain't gonna be no music played. Ain't gonna be no music played. You block that artist.
It's not my algorithm. My algorithm works just fine without that, brother.
I just knew D-Lo was gonna be one of them dudes like this. This is a travesty. Like I didn't listen to none of this. How did Drake end up in my top 5?
I didn't say nothing. No. Stop. That did not happen.
I'm surprised Drake was my number 1, though. I thought it might have been Chris Brown this year. I was listening to a lot of Breezy. I'm surprised.
Birds of a feather, them two.
Yeah. Right. Of all the songs I heard, that's probably the one I heard the most because it was on the radio every hour and 15 minutes.
No guidance, never going nowhere.
Yeah.
She's the GOAT. She's special too. But yeah, man, good seeing y'all.
Yeah,
next week I'll be getting ready. I'm running a half marathon next Saturday. So
let's go.
be nice and bundled up when I see y'all next week.
There we go.
There you go.
There
That's
we
your
go.
second one, right? You just ran one, didn't you?
No, this will be my first. So,
okay.
It's also going to be 30 degrees in Central Park, so it'll be fun.
All right,
I'll run my marathon in May. It's good.
All right, boy. We appreciate you.
Yes, sir.
That's a man.